I am back, and this time I have a vintage bar for you. I picked this up off Facebook Marketplace. I paid a little too much for it considering its condition. The veneer was chipped everywhere. It needed some work, and I was just about to do that because you know what? This bar has a really cool slide out feature, and look at that. When you open the doors, the bar slides out. How cool! If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back, my friend. My name is Candace. Most of you know already I love working with wood pieces, even with veneer. Although it's challenging, I'm not about to throw away a beautiful bar over a little bit of chipped wood veneer. We're gonna give this piece a quick, clean sand refinish, and it's just gonna shine again. I can't wait to see it come to life. We're gonna start off by removing all the hardware, and no, don't skip this step. This is something I skipped really early on in furniture restoration, and it's just not worth it. It's so much easier. Get yourself a magnetic tray and load that thing up with hardware. Some of you already may know this, but I am in Canada and we just got Scrub Daddy at Dollarama. No, this isn't sponsored. You guys, my channel is too small for sponsorship. No one cares. Don't worry, we will get there in time. I really like cleaning this piece because it was so dirty, and honestly, once you start to see what's really happening under all that dirt, it gives you a good idea of how the piece is going to turn out in the end. I wiped away all the soapy water with a dry cloth. Now it's time to see what has to go. And this wood detail was too chipped and missing too many parts, so I'm removing it. And also, I'm removing the bottom veneer because it's just falling apart and there's like multiple layers of it and it just keeps peeling. I think this may have sat in some water or something for a while because is not holding up. Which leads me to my next point. You guessed it, we are going to be painting the bottom. I am not messing around with these curves and angles to make a new veneer bottom. It's just too much work. However, we will sand down the remaining veneer and we're going to repair any chipped veneer, like this big chunk on the front, which I just had to fix. Luckily, I had all of this veneer that I removed from the bottom. I was able to repurpose it. And now we are going back in with more hours and hours of sanding with 120 grit on my orbital sander. I'm scuff sanding the interior because I'll be painting that as well. Sorry, but thank you. Here is where everything started to go downhill. I applied a clear top coat and the next day it was blotchy. I think I got some water in there because it was raining and the moisture was high. So yeah, I needed to go in and start over by sanding everything again. You know me, I just love sanding. How I wish this was true. Anyways, you know I'm saving up for one of those beautiful Festool sanders. I love my Ryobi orbital sander, but if you do this enough, you start to lose feeling in your hands. They go numb. Well, at least mine do. And the Festool sander is awesome because it's anti-vibration. As I mentioned, the veneer at the base of the piece was multiple layers, so it was still kind of peeling up, and I put some wood glue in there, clamped it. Now it's time to buff up this brass hardware. Look at that shine, and these guys weren't brass, giving these a fresh coat of gold paint. I'm using a sponge to apply Varathane stain and polyurethane in golden oak. I love the polyurethane and stain mixture. I think it just applies so evenly and really easy to use. I applied one coat all over, and then once dry, another 2 coats on the top. I feel this color blends in those veneer repairs. Frankly, I didn't want to go darker with stain. One general rule is if you need to hide something, you go darker because that just is how it works. That's the law. That's the law of furniture refinishing. If you need to hide something, you go dark. That being said, I really like this stain and I didn't want to go darker, so this is how it's gonna look, and you know what? I love it. I think it's perfect. We have to put a top coat on our chalk paint so that it's nice and protected. We're going to let all of that dry, and once it's cured, we can reinstall the hardware and look at that beautiful slide out bar. I am so happy with how this turned out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video was interesting or helpful or something for you, please give it a thumbs up. It does really help my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.